Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate Mercy. Today we're going to be going over some new products from the Colourpop Land collection, as well as a few other goodies that I picked up from their recent launches. If you would like to see how we got this look on my face right now, then go ahead and keep watching. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel down below. Okay, so as you saw in my intro, I did a little bit of a Colourpop haul, including their new Colourpop Land collection. I was going to get the PR box, but it wasn't a super cost-effective option. But I did have to get some pieces from this collection because Candyland was one of my favorite games growing up. I did pick up 3 of their glowing lip balms. It has the Mr. Peppermint on the front packaging. I just think it's so cute. So I got the shades Peppermint Frost, Let's Chill, and Mr. Mint. I'll show you some swatches of those. Let's Chill, Mr. Mint, and Peppermint Frost. So these two here are quite similar. This one, of course, is a little bit more of a lighter color. They're quite sheer. This is what the unicarton looks like. It's just so cute. It has the Colourpop Land, has the shade names down here at the bottom, and then, of course, it has the Mr. Mint candy canes all over it. We do get quite a bit of product, which I'm really happy about. So I'm super excited to try these out. I think I'm going to wear the shade down here, which is called Let's Chill, while I take you through the other products that I picked up. So this is what the shade Peppermint Frost looks like on the lips. It was the least opaque shade. So I think it's pretty. It's a very, of course, very subtle wash of color. I find that you can build this. So this is 2 or 3 layers of the balm, and I don't find that it's like doing any weird pilling or anything. So I think it's pretty. I also picked up one of the blushes. The others were sold out, so that was great. This is the Super Shock Cheek, and I have the shade Gummy More, and it has the little gumdrop filler on the packaging. I just think it's so cute. I totally forgot that I got the blush, so when I did my makeup, I put blush on. So I have my Fenty Cream blush on. It's one of my favorites, but we will go ahead and try to apply this over that and see how that goes. I've admittedly never tried their Super Shock Cheek formula, so I'm intrigued to see how that goes. So this is what the packaging looks like. I think it's super cute with the yellow and the little gumdrops. It is 0.15 ounces of product. I think it's beautiful. However, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can. Mine is like dancing around in the pan. So this is what it looks like. I think it's going to be a really, really pretty color. So I'll go ahead and grab a blush brush. I'm going to use my Bling Brushes F4 brush. It's one of my favorite blush brushes. And we'll apply that over my Fenty and see. Oh, yes. Yep. I love that. Wow. That's so pretty. I love that. I'm a little bummed that it's like, again, dancing around in the pan in here, but I think that's really pretty. And you can definitely tell that it did make a difference when I applied it. It gives me like a really pretty luminosity, so I'm super excited about this. I honestly, if they restock the other 2, I will probably pick those up because I love this. This is so pretty. Holy guacamole. I also picked up the Princess Lolly Roller Gloss, so I'm going to actually take this off so that I can try this out. This felt like such a nostalgic moment for me. I forgot to mention that the lip balms do have a scent. It's kind of, not irritating, but it's like off-putting to me. It's like kind of pepperminty, but like not, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not the most pleasant smell. However, the blush smells sweet. It's very faint. So I think if you're somebody who, of course, who is sensitive to scent, this candy collection, it's probably not going to be for you. However, if you're not somebody that's sensitive to scent, I don't think this is going to bother you. I can't actually smell it very strongly on my hand, and I just did the swatch, and I can't, of course, smell it on my face. So I don't think it's going to be too irritating. It's not super irritating or noticeable to me anyways. So back to the point. Like I mentioned, I picked up the Princess Lolly Gloss, and this is the roller gloss, and this is what it looks like. I think the packaging is to die for. So let me go ahead and take this off, and we'll try this one on. Okay, so I went ahead and took off the glowy lip balm, so we will give this a go. I'm gonna just kind of swirl it. It does have a sweet scent, and that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. It's just supposed to be like a clear gloss. Okay, so I'm getting lip balm vibe from this. This scent is more noticeable, I'll say, than the lip balm and the blush scent. This did say gloss, right? Yeah, it did. Princess Lolly Roller Gloss. So, I think this is a miss as far as the gloss aspect, because the gloss is missing. So I think this is super cute. I will, of course, use it because I spent money on it. But if you're getting this thinking that it is going to be like lip smackers, it's not. It's not. It's very subtle. It feels nice on the lips, but it's not glossy. I did pick up a handful of liners. These did not come out with the Colourpop Land collection. They came out with their tie-dye collection. So I went ahead and picked up the shades Amethyst, Icebreaker, Big Splash, Extra Frosting, and Exit. I can go ahead and swatch those for you guys, and I'll be right back. So these are the 5 pencils that I picked up, and here are the swatches. So here we have Amethyst, down we have Icebreaker, Big Splash, Extra Frosting, and Exit. I know that these are kind of a controversial item as far as like people enjoying them versus not enjoying them. I really enjoy the Colourpop liner formula, and I enjoy how they work. One of my favorite ones of all time is Piggy Bank. So I'm super excited to see how these play, and I thought that they went so well with the 2 palettes that I picked up. So first I did pick up their Aura and Out palette. I just thought that out of the 3 tie-dye palettes they came out with, that this one spoke to me the most, and I just thought it was really unique and different from all palettes that I have in my collection currently, so I thought I'd go ahead and pick it up. I do have a few of the Colourpop 9-pan palettes, and historically I really enjoy the formula, so I expect that I will not be disappointed. So this is what this looks like. I think it's super pretty. I really love the greens. I'm really into green right now, as well as yellows, so I thought this palette made the most sense. However, we're not going to play with that one today. We are going to go ahead, though, and play with the Candy Castle palette, which of course came with Colourpop Land collection. I am so excited for this palette. This is a 10-pan palette. It's in a different setup than most of theirs. I think that the packaging is probably the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and this is what the inside looks like. A lot of you have probably already seen this, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you anyways. My white is doing a little crumbling business, but that's okay. So this is what it looks like. I do enjoy that it has the pastel colors, of course, in here. It really goes along with that pastel Colourpop Land theme, but I also enjoy that it has pops of neutrals as well. Like this is quite a neutral color as well as this. So I do enjoy the color setup. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes off camera, and then we'll play with this and see what our final thoughts are on this Colourpop haul. Okay, so we're first going to go in with this top pink shade, and that's called Candyland. We're going to put that in the inner part of our eyes. Because this shade is so light on my skin tone, and I have my P. Louise base down, we're actually going to go into the shade here, Grandma Nut. Love that name. And we're going to use that over that and see if that gives us a little more color payoff. The next shade we're going to go into is this one here called King Candy. And then lastly, we're going to try to, why am I green? And then lastly, we're going to try to go in with this yellow shade here called Cravings, and we'll kind of see how that goes. So far, the pigment is buildable, which is good. However, I will note that it's not as pigmented as, say, my Nomad Cosmetics pastel palette, so we're going to try, though. We're going to try to go in with Cravings and see where it lands us. So this is not going great. As far as the yellow shade, can you even tell I put anything down? Because I can't. I guess we're gonna nix the yellow because it's not working right there. I was hoping it was gonna be more pigmented and go, you know, kind of like pink, orange, yellow, but it's not going that way. So we're gonna try instead and go into the shade Candy Crush and see if we get any better luck. So because I put this yellow down, you can't really discern the difference almost between these 2 shades. However, you can see that on this side where I did not put the yellow down, you can discern a hair, a literal hair more. A literal hair. Okay. I also want to note, this has been true of all the shades, but the kickback in the pans are pretty intense. That's not something that bothers me, but if it's something that bothers you, then it's something to note. For the lid, I'm going to try to go in with both of the shimmer shades. The goal of me doing this eye look was I was trying to use as many shades as I could to be able to give the palette like a good first impressions, but it's rocky. It's rocky. But we're going to go in to the inner part of the lid with the shade here, and this is called Sugar High. This shade, I'll note, in shipping got a little crumbly, so I'm hoping that it translates okay on the eye and isn't too broken. It does apply okay with the brush. Nothing inherently wrong. Let's try to build it a little bit. So it did build a little bit, but I am going to try and go in with my finger and see if I can build it more. Yeah, so that's what we wanted. So it does work better with a finger. And for our last shade, I'm going to go in here with the shade Plumpy. Again, we're going to try it first with a brush and then go in with our finger if that doesn't give us what we want. So I would say the purple actually applies really beautifully with a brush. And I really like the way it laid down. I'm going to try my finger just for kicks here, but it does apply nicely upon first impression with the brush. And with the finger it does enhance it a little bit. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. I think the purple is actually probably the standout shade out of all the ones we've tried today. Interesting. So I'm gonna just put mascara on as well as eyeliner, and then I'll be back and we'll do final thoughts. So this is my final look using the Colourpop Land products. I have some thoughts. We'll start with the positives. So positive being that the Super Shock blush is probably one of the prettiest blushes in my humble opinion that I've tried, and it's a cost-effective option. Again, if they restock the other 2 shades of this, I will probably pick those up because I absolutely love this. So this is an absolute win. If this is something that you're interested in, I would 10 out of 10 recommend to a friend. The other thing I actually really enjoy are the balms. So of course it's not going to be a super opaque product. This is the darkest shade that I got anyways, and it's the Let's Chill shade, and I do think it has some pretty pigment. You can definitely tell that this is not my natural lip color. It feels really nice. It's not gloopy. I mean, I am happy that I have the 3 different shades that I have because they do translate differently. So these are also a 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I really enjoy their eyeliner formula. So for me, I really am happy that I have these 5 different shades to add to my collection. I know last summer they had like a rainbow set of their eyeliners available for $99, and I want to say I got like 20 shades, 10 shades, I can't remember now, but I do know that I use those very, very, very frequently, so I'm happy to have some pastel colors to add to the collection. So for me, I would recommend these, and I would say I'm really happy that I have them. Here's where things get a little weird. So the roller gloss is a disappointment, and if you are getting this because you really like a glossy lip, you're going to be sorely disappointed in my opinion. It's more of a lip oil. I would say that this even more so has shine than this. I don't think that this is worth it for me. I think it's so cute. I'm definitely going to use it. I'm like somebody that consistently has dry lips, and it's not cute. So I think that I will definitely get use out of this. However, I bought this with the expectation that it was going to be a gloss, and that's not what this is. So for me, for that reason, it is a pass. I do think the packaging is so cute. I enjoy the scent, but it's not a gloss, it's a lip oil. So they missed the mark there. As for the Candy Castle palette, so I think maybe there was some user error here and that I tried to do too intricate of a look. My justification for that was that I wanted to try as many shades as I could so that I could do a good first impression so that the folks that are able to watch my video get a good feel for it. However, there's just no. So I really enjoyed both of the shimmers. I think the shimmers perform like a standard Colourpop shimmer, which I really appreciate the formula. I really did enjoy this shade here as well as this shade and this shade. However, they're very similar. Again, you do have to remember over here, there was definitely a user error. I tried to use the yellow and it's just not an opaque color at all. I do know that pastel colors, especially eyeshadow, can be very hard to formulate because the undertone is white. So getting pigment out of those colors can be a challenge. However, I have tried some pastel palettes that for me were more worth it. This of course is a much more cost-effective option. So I think if you are somebody with a very similar skin tone to me, I would recommend that you use a white eyeshadow primer or a very light base on the eyes to get the most pigmentation. Again, I did use my P. Louise eyeshadow primer in the shade 0.5, which is, I believe, the next closest to white. And this is the pigmentation that I got. I didn't do a fabulous job blending right here, but I think as far as like everyday looks with like a very subtle pop of color, this could be like a good palette. But when I say this is worth necessarily $18 if you're getting this so that you can use it regularly, I wouldn't. This is probably going to be more of a display piece for me somewhere in my beauty room. But as far as like an everyday palette that I reach for when I want to create beautiful pastel looks, this isn't gonna be that palette. This is not gonna be that palette. Again, I would 10 out of 10 recommend the Nomad Cosmetics Tokyo Harajuku palette if you're looking for like a chef's kiss pastel palette. Again, I can't get over how cute this is. I didn't notice any obvious smell with the eyeshadows, so I don't think if you are somebody who is scent sensitive, there's going to be an issue there. I just think that the payoff is a little lackluster for me. I believe this retails for $18. I'll be happy to include all the pricing information down below, but for me, it's a miss. It's a swing and a miss. So It's a little bit of a bummer. I will try to get some use out of it in the sense that I'll probably do some, again, very simple everyday looks with this. A lot of the shades that maybe pull or look a little more matte on camera actually have some, yeah, you can see it. There's a lot of shades in here with like some very subtle shimmer. What I can say is that when I initially applied that pink shade, I really did see the shimmer pop through. So that's what leads me to believe that on days when I'm going for a real subtle eye look and maybe I want to have a louder application on my face, this might be a good palette for that. But overall, it's just, I don't know, $18, 10 shades, pigmentation, so-so. I don't think I can say like you need to run out and get this. If you're somebody who enjoys nostalgia, if you're somebody that enjoys board games, if you're someone that really loves Candyland, I think this is a cool piece to have. I'm not disappointed that I have it and I don't regret purchasing it. It's not going to be a staple for me, if that makes sense. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe to my channel down below. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.